Control E.
Radio check 1 2, radio check 1 2.
Hey RCT, welcome back. I know it's been a minute since I posted, but I figured I wanted to show you this before I post a reel. I came across something I wanted to share with everyone. You can call it a hack or upgrade or however you want to call it, but typically Baofeng users, or sometimes we have other radios that have very cheap or loose knobs. So you can kind of see that this knob right here with very little resistance or very little pressure, it changes the volume. So if you ever have this on your belt or in your bag, in your pocket, the volume's going to start changing by itself. And I know sometimes that might get annoying. In fact, I used to run a site where they used to have the radios, very cheap radios. I forgot what the brand was. You can find them on Amazon. But people would get in trouble because they wouldn't answer the radio, and later on they figured out that the volume was just turned down because on their belt, you brush up against your shirt or your belt, it starts to turn the volume down, and you're never going to hear anything. So, but generally, I'm mainly talking about Baofeng. I know a lot of people buy bumpers for their Baofengs or BTECH, whatever. Remember, BTECH is Baofeng. BTECH stands for Baofeng, Baofeng Technology. So. BTECH is Baofeng, vice versa. So to conquer this, or to upgrade, or to modify, hack, whatever, however you want to call it. For example, I was looking at this earlier, and I noticed how easy I can turn the knob here, and it kind of annoyed me because it's very easy compared to if you think about Motorola radios. You have to have a lot of tension here or resistance, and it just won't change easily, right? So that's the whole purpose of buying the bumpers, is so your radio doesn't have to do that, or doesn't do that. This one is not too bad. It kind of does with a little bit of a push. But again, if you talk about these type of radios, Motorola radios, you can kind of see you need a lot of pressure to turn this. So anyways, all right, so hopefully I'll make this video very quickly. If I shut up and get through this, I just want to show you there's really a very easy hack to fix any of these radios, the Baofeng radios, BTECH radios. First thing you're going to do, you can go on Amazon or eBay and buy these. Some people just call them color channel knobs or color channel bands. What do they call them? I forgot what they call them there. Knob color bands. I think that's what it was. So some people use it, just so you know. This one's mine. Yours is the blue one. It usually comes in a pack of 5 or 10. You can buy different colors or same colors, but you can buy these. They're very small. And what you're going to do is you're going to actually put this on top over. Give me a minute. I can do it. I did it quicker the other day. So what you're going to do is you're just going to cause tension between the knob here. So if you look at this comes off real easily. There is no rubber. There's really nothing here, and especially on here, to make it to resist, right? To resist. So if you take this, we can actually just take this off, put it on there, put it back on. And all you're going to do is cause tension between this part and this part, the volume knob. So you're going to go down here, and you're just going to push it down. And then now you're going to see there's resistance here. See that compared to that. Hopefully you can see it. Okay, that and this. You kind of have to push it a little bit harder now. So that's going to keep your radio from turning up or turning down. It's not going to protect your PTT or your channel knob. But again, with these belt clips that it came with, I think it does a pretty good job of kind of protecting the PTT. You shouldn't have to worry about your channel knob so much, because that's going to give enough resistance that it's not going to change by itself. So that's one way to do it. Another way you can do it, and this might be an easier hack if you can find these, but you're going to go out and buy a bag, a pack, box, whatever, of these little tiny rubber bands. To be honest, don't ask me what they're called or how to look for them. These are your normal rubber bands that you use to band your wad of cash in your pocket. These are going to be very small. I don't know, like maybe like for your braces, but these are not for braces, but it kind of looks like it. But anyways, you're going to pick out whatever you want to use in these. For example, let's use this yellow one so you can kind of see it. You're going to take off the knob here, and there is a little lip here. You can kind of see the little dip there. You're going to put your rubber band just on the bottom of that, so you can kind of see it wants to collapse, or band, I guess I should say. Once you get it in there just like this, so that's how you want to put it in there. All you're going to do is put it back on, push it down, and now you have tension. Okay. That's going to leave it. It's going to give some resistance there. So now if it's on your belt or your pocket or your pouch, wherever, it's not going to change the volume very easily. Okay. Same thing with these little ones. You can pull off the knob right here. Same thing. There's no resistance. There's no rubber. There's nothing really to stop the resistance or to stop the rotation. So again, you're just going to take a rubber band, put it over here. This one is not so difficult because you have the larger, unless you do that and you lose it. But it's not so difficult as the other one, because this one you have a big area where you can actually just throw the rubber band on there. Just make sure that it's aligned, meaning don't let it twist. Okay, just like that. Hopefully you can see that. Very good. Take your radio, put it back on there, or your knob. And now, there you go. There is some resistance. I have to really put some resistance. This compared to, see how easy it is. And this one's a little bit difficult. Very easy, a little bit more resistance on this one. I know you can't really tell, but once you do it yourself, you're going to be able to see how much more resistance that's going to cause. Okay, we'll use a regular Baofeng. Let's use this little black one. Let's see if this one works. Get it up there. And that one's not working because the band is a little larger. So what I mean by that, you can kind of see how this one is a little thicker than this one. So the thicker the rubber band is, I think the more resistance you're going to get with that. There we go. Okay, just like that. And again, all you're really doing is causing some tension between the knob and I don't know what you would call this part right here. Is just really the molding of it. Push it down, and there you go. You have some resistance. If you want to put 2 on there, you can put 2 on there. That might even help a little bit more with the resistance. So I'm going to put this one on here as well. Let's see if that makes a difference. And it does make a big difference. Look at that. It's really tough now. All right. So that's all I have. I'm not going to spend a lot of time going over this, but I just wanted to show you this modification, this hack, whatever you want to call it, for those who are diehard Baofeng and BTECH. This one, like I said, is all right. It's not as, this one's a little bit difficult to pop out, but It's not as resistant. I think if you push it down, it'll give a little bit more resistance, but this is still a little weak for me compared to having the rubber bands, or like I said, some of these Motorola radios. What's playing on this? There you go. All right, that's all I have. Hopefully this cuts it short. We're just a little over 10 minutes. Let me know if you have any other ideas with this. Like I said, this maybe avoids having to go buy a bumper. Sometimes those bumpers are made of those 3D printer material, which sometimes they can melt, I guess, for the lack of better words. The material is not as traditional plastic as some of these pieces. So I've seen people order bumpers or Uniden scanner stands, and by the time they get to their house, it's a little warped. That's what I was trying to come up with. A word is they get warped a little bit. So they can get warped. They can melt a little depending on the heat, especially if you're in the hot areas like here in Arizona. Maybe those bumpers may not work, but if you just do the rubber band modification, that might help you in the meantime. I kind of like this. This is really, really, really tough here. I'll just have to reorganize this so it looks a little nicer. All right, RCT, until the next one, let me know if you have any questions, if you have any comments, if you have any ideas to help with the, I guess, the durability of these radios. Otherwise, we'll see you on the next radio or next video. Radio check, over now.